All right, that's 140 days. I've been thinking about the cooling on the water, and I'm honestly kind of like in between some solutions, because I didn't want to deal with the problem of pipes exploding because there's too much water, or the water pipe exploding because there's too much pressure, or pipes freezing. So I made the that's not what I want to do. How you call the thing? Device phase. This thing here, right? For the condensation. But the problem is, it doesn't really help. Because I'm trying to avoid all the multiple steps you have to do in order to make sure nothing blows up. And I was like, okay, the phase changer should... I don't know if you're gonna stick with the orange, but it's just to see how it looks. But the thing here is... So I have the steam here, right? So the steam is like quite hot. So 800 degrees here. And the steam is on the reservoir tank there, right? But then on this pipe here I have much more. Now that I'm looking at it, is this actually working? Because this should be pressurized to 40 megapascals. While this should keep... Because this should be empty. That's mainly what I was going to say. So why do I have... .9. So I think I messed up my connections. It doesn't seem to be messed up. So what do I have here is, so this like 800 degrees from when you buy from the trader, or 1000 when you make with the what's the process that make water? Used to say where you get water from. I think the electrolyzer is the name of the thing. And then you make water with this. And it goes really, really hot. Yes. So this is like very hot thing. So it would connect to these two radiators first to bring it down at least to Venus temperature, right? So yeah, there you see 467, and this one is at 800, and this pipe is at 467. So my question is, why is this not being draining down? So this guy is a pressure regulator pointing downwards, regulating to 40 megas. I have 6. So why are you not running? So that's the thing that I'm not really understanding. Like, this guy should be getting more pressure. Really? Like something that simple we don't get stuck on? So if I remove this pipe here, now this should be left with something in it. should be draining. It is draining very slowly, and this is not even moving because the amount is way too small. Okay, so if what I'm thinking is this is working, but because it's so damn slow, you can't really see the change. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to replace all this because I'm gonna need to use this. But anyways, so back to the cooling thing, right? So I don't wanna fix these right now. Wait, what? Yes. Okay. So the thing here is, I thought, okay, so I just put the evaporation condensation chamber here, and then I have the cooling line right here, right? Which I put as a blue, not blue. So I want to use blue as the cooling, but then blue is the water, right? Water or steam. So I went with purple, which is the closest thing to cold, besides black, but then blacks go for nitrogen. So, and you don't have anything that uses purple, right? So purple will be for the cooling. Problem is setting this to 12 kPa, which is what water wants to be at 20 degrees. Right, so it's right 11.9. Well, 12 will be 20 point something. So there's too little pressure, so it's cooled down too much. Everything here went negative and then going to start freezing, right? So I can show that if you just do this and then I connect the
Waste tank caution.
pipe. Where the heck is my pipe? Oh, it's here. Okay. So I can get one purple pipe and then do this. Right, so if I do this, I don't want to blow up my entire system, so we're gonna need to be careful here. And so let's cut this part out. Right, so when the moment that I place this guy here, my tablet. So nothing's happening because the thing is off. Right, so if I turn it on, it immediately goes negative, right? So it's making water, but then it's too low, like minus 80, because that's what I have here. And well, that's gonna be a problem for the pipe, right? So I don't know how the pipe didn't blow up yet, because there is barely any liquids there. But that won't cut it, right? Because it doesn't blow up, which is fine, but then the pipe will blow up. So even though the device itself is safe, I still have the same problem of freezing and blowing up. Which is annoying, but it's really annoying. So what I will do, we're gonna disconnect this guy from here, because I don't want this blowing. Then I can connect this guy back. So how much did I use?
Critical. Temperature high.
Not much. Well, there is 6 megapascal, so that's a lot. And for this 6, I made barely any water. And why am I seeing change in pressure? Because this is exchanging with this. No, this is off. This is insulated. Yeah, so my question is, why am I seeing change in temperature? So the temperatures keep going down. because it's evaporating. Okay, so I have too little. Yeah, I can just merge with this one and then it won't blow up the pipe because there is just too little to cause problem. Yeah, that brought the temperature down to 7, 6, but still fine. That's what I think the most safe thing for me to do if I want to be like safe and without have things blowing up too cold or too hot would be to have a second cooling. Like I want a AC cooling, that's what I'm thinking. And this AC cooling would be at 20 instead of negative as I have right now. So if I connect the waste of the AC cooling to this line, it should, how can I say it? It should not like mix the gas, but then this is nitrogen with nitrogen, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? So my idea is having one AC there, and the AC set to 20, and then the AC is running onto nitrogen. That's a single loop of nitrogen, and the waste of that AC would be connected to this cooling line, and I think that will give me a much finer control over it. And then I don't need to worry about it. Yes. So I want something that is just there. It's just running. It's not gonna blow up. I remember doing the pollutant separation in pollutant in that mod, because Zets or whatever was the name called from that planet. It was like bluish, hot with ice. So
Waste tank critical.
if I'm manually doing the condensation and moving the liquids, it's very easy for the thing to go wrong. And there is a lot of steps to control. So I want to be chilling here, so I want to dash something that just works, right? So there is no much worries about it. So the atmospheric here. So to make an AC, you need pipe, and they should really hide all those things here, right? They shouldn't show in state of media. They should show only when you're looking for the functions. So the AC requires 2 pipes, if I'm not wrong. Yes, 2 pipe and then 2 cable. Yeah, that's it. So pipes. I don't have any pipe. Nope. And cable. I should have plenty of cable. So, yes. Okay. This and the atmospheric unit. Now, how am I gonna build this is the question. Where am I gonna build this? So the efficiency on this AC should be like really good, because like an insane big difference between the cooling and the target temperature. I made some bread. I didn't realize I could make bread, but I could make just one. So the floor is the thing that I'm taking from wheat. Okay, so why don't I have more wheat? Just because I need more than this. I might get rid of the rice. Yeah, I didn't put any wheat directly in here, which sometimes I do with the soy. I just, instead of making the oil, I just shove it directly in here, and then oops, that's not what I wanted. So wheat seeds. Okay, now I have 10, 2 left. Now just then put it here, turn it on. Rice, 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 rice. Yeah, I forgot to plant the other seeds, so and that's too slow. Yeah, I think I might get rid of this rice. Yeah, because the amount of flour you need for bread is like a lot. Yeah, 200. But we'll eat this less for a while, though. Yes, I've been eating this for a while. I completely lost track of what I was doing. Yeah, handling the cooling, right? So let's go back to the cooling. Let's leave those paints here. I'm gonna do the painting later. I have way too many paints. So these two can be together. Okay. So I definitely gonna need more pipes for cooling. Not for cooling, for to connect everything. But for now, oh, I need to make another filter. Yeah, no, I was going to throw this away, but then I remember I have a furnace I can invent this. So, well, this is taking place of the AC. I move you here. I have the AC here. This would connect to the waste, and that would be a loop of nitrogen. So we're gonna have to dismantle all this. Yes, so this is the water. Should I cool the water directly? No, because if I do that, this will make liquid water inside this pipe. Yeah, so I was thinking to use the water itself instead of using nitrogen, not nitrogen, not something else in the AC. But then that's why I was concerned if it's gonna mix or not. But then the problem is not if it's going to mix or not mix. The problem is it's gonna liquefy and blow up the pipe. So they never fix this bug where you can't place. Right, it's perfectly fine for you to place it here, but you can't place it here because it says there is no frame below. But that's the frame below is not the problem. The problem is the frame on the side. If I place a frame here, then it's not going to allow me to place it again, which is really an annoying bug. Like it's checking the wrong thing. The offsets on the atmospheric. I'm gonna need more frames anyway. So let me print like 2, 3 more. Also let me print some more pipes. because I'm gonna need it anyway. Yeah, you keep printing. Give me 2 frames. How many pipes do I want? Don't know. A loop of pipes needs 1, 2. So the AC takes 2 places, right? So 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. So 2, 4, 5, 6. Only for the loop, plus enough to get to the cooling there. To be, I guess, 20 is enough. I have cables, and that should be it. Okay, so the idea would be, so this cooling line would not be here. Well, let me show you. So if I place this frame here and we do a quick welding, see, now it doesn't let me place it here anymore, even though nothing is blocking it. And it complains about the frame below. Like, that's completely wrong check to be doing on the game. So I'm gonna just leave you there for a sec. Going to have you so you need to be there. I'm gonna need to open you because I'm gonna need to move those guys. For now, that's fine. So how do I want this? So if the AC is like this or like this, the only difference will be the connection with the waste. I don't need to worry about this because I'm gonna move this pipe, right? So, well, actually, I'm gonna need to move the pipe now then. Let me take this one, place it here so I don't lose the color, then I can take those. Right. There's no sign of storm, so I can work normally. So I still need this pipe here, right? Yes, because I want to cool this down to Venus atmosphere. Okay. And then I want this guy here to be doing the cooling for the water. So ideally it would be like here. If I have it here, the pipe here will just loop back to here. Could be from the ground or for the side. I need a cabling, and I need the waste going up and connect to that thing there. If I put you like this, that will make my life a little bit easier with the cabling from the corner there. The loop would still be the same.
Waste tank caution.
I don't drop stuff. So if I have you like here, then the cable just goes. I think I can pass here, right? I'm gonna have to pop this open. Come on, let me pass. So you go here, you go here, you go here, and you finish the connection. Then I need somehow to finish this. So this comes from the generator, goes up, and then goes there. So if somehow I blow... Now, of course, this is only one transformer, so it won't blow up. But if I need to place another one, then I have this one failure point here. And then the cable is coming from the main power source there. I'll put you back there. So this is correct now. And I can then pick up you. Why do I have an extra frame now? One here, one here. I shouldn't have an extra frame. I guess I print two. Yeah. So you should be here with both both connections. That it is.
Waste tank critical.
Really?
Temperature high.
So two pipes. And then two cable with a screwdriver. And why did you drop the screwdriver? I have no idea. So 20 is the setting I want here, so I can go like 18 just to make sure this actually cools enough and don't stall. So I need to bring nitrogen to this pipe here. So the output, like this, is my cooling from, or this thing, right? Yeah, but there will be a different cooling from the cooling coming up. So I'm gonna keep this as an orange. So this would be like this. And then you go up. I could bring you one over. Right, so now I need to loop you. I don't know how much mass I need on this. Probably not much. And then the cooling would be connected to that guy there, which should be purple, which I can just take from this one guy here. Right? And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be missing a bunch of pipes, but let's see. So you will be going up all the way over there. I need to have my thing connected to the radiators. So how is the storm? No storm. So I need the radiators back here. And then I need the pipes. And then I need this connection here. Yep. Okay. And this is iron, yes. I can probably add a chip here just to not have this running in one like 24/7. Just to put this in idle. I think that will do the trick. So what do I need is just to finish placing the pipes. I'm gonna need a better color scheme for this. How high should I go? I should go like high over there. Like one more than this, right? So you will be here. Connect to that thing there. So I need more pipes. So of course I need more pipes. But I think that would be a nice way to make this. Now, if there is nothing to cool, question is, am I gonna have like super hot water come to the other side? It shouldn't, right? So that's only liquid. So if I turn it on, nothing happens, right? There is nothing on that pipe there. So absolutely nothing happens. So I don't remember if this is going to output only when the water hits the temperature, or if it's gonna send any water, like even if it's hot. I need to check how this actually works. But for now, let's see. Let's just make 15 to 20 more pipes. And I'm gonna need to fill this with nitrogen.
Waste tank caution.
Now, if I turn the AC on with something on the waste, would it share with the input? I don't know. Can run a pretty small test real fast. Filters. So let's make a filter. You can be voided. Oh, come on. So I needed what? Silver, carbon dioxide, medium filters. It is silver, iron, and constant. Done. And I'm gonna take you out of the corner so you don't take damage. So I need more iron than this. You should have iron. One item, really? Well, I need one item. Silver, I need more silver than this. I need two more. Yeah, this will give me two more. Okay, perfect. Pipes. Well, pipes is from here, so I need to wait this to finish. Insulated pipe. Okay. The suit back there. While this is running, with some of the bread. Once I have this done, then I can make a shower. Because then the wastewater from the shower can just go directly into the tanks there. And that will get converted to water again. What else? How is the auction looking like over here? Like 22% still, 26%, so it's a little more. It's slowly going up. Nitrogen, it's kind of meh. I need more nitrogen here. Especially if I'm gonna add more plants. Two more. One more. What else am I gonna need there? I'm gonna need an active vent to work on adding more nitrogen if I need. Paint. What color don't... It's not being used for the gases. Is spray, right? So I think this dark gray here is not being used by any gas. Pink is also not used by any gas, but that's terrible. Right, so because you go gases and go, yeah, dark green could be used for polluted water. Then there's a water line, not a gas line. Yeah, if you can go with the dark green. It's not green. It's not dark. How do you call this thing? Okay, so let's name this I think this is a plant instead of an actual color, but okay. Fruit, actually. Kaki is a fruit, right? I have no idea. Okay. So first I need to add more mass on this thing here. Way too little, like 500 kPa is not much. So this guy needs the active vent here, that's why I brought an active vent. What I need to do is make a chip put here, and then I can control the pressure automatically from this, while also not heating this too much that will kill anything that's connected to the cooling. But for now that will do. So we're gonna bring this a little bit up, that's enough. Actually, let me turn you off, so I don't have to deal with these noises, right? So you should be able to empty this pipe. Thank you. And then you go off. So now this will cool again. This is more than enough capable of cooling this. This side is 2 mags, yeah, not much. So I'm still safe. The cooling on the base is turned on. Oh, that's fine. And now I can increase the length here. So I get 1 purple for color, because that's how you color things, right? Okay. So now the question, does the C also share the waste? Because I know if you have the input and the waste is empty, it will split between both at first. But when you have on the waste and not on the input, I have no idea. I guess I'm gonna find out. No, it does not. So I need to add a little bit of mass there, and I think yeah, I could just connect this pipe with this pipe and then disconnect it, and this would eventually heat up, right? But the question is, will this heat up before this blows up in terms of cold water? Yeah, not gonna risk it. So if I don't want to risk it, I'm gonna have to move that to this guy. Can I make it get there? I think I can make it get there, so I don't need to actually move it. Come on, just. Thank you. I can walk the gases like I usually like to say, walking the gas. Yeah, I can definitely do that. Will be easier than moving the filtration down, just to have to move it up again. Of course, going to be on the wrong. Come on. Okay, that was actually better than I was anticipating. So I can do this now. And that will fill this with nitrogen. How much nitrogen is the question? I have no idea. This gave me 7 moles, 153 kPa, so the pressure will drop because this will be colder. Yeah, I think I can have more. Go to 600 and then that should drop to what, 400, 500. This is enough, so you go off. You're going to end up here, and then you go off. And also we're gonna move this pipe all the way there, right, so it will add even more mass. Well, not mass, the mass is still the same, but more pressure. So now is the question, will this work? So first thing, I'm gonna do a quick save in case of some catastrophic damage. Let's see. It is cooling, right? The efficiency 123%, of course, because
Waste tank caution.
this is super cold. Oh, this is heating up like a lot. Oh, of course it's heating up like a lot. I disconnected from here. Am I gonna be missing one pipe, really? Yeah, so now this is really cooling. So it's going to negative from time to time. But it's keeping at 18. Perfect. It's not overcooling anything. How is this part here working? It's not working because it's off. So now if I can somehow fit in here, seeing very cold water. Why am I seeing water that cold? Because I have too little, it's evaporating. Might be the case. Yeah, the temperature here is fine. So if that's the case, I need a higher number here. Just so it goes faster and add water with more temperature. Yes, definitely. Because then I can
Waste tank critical.
lower this.
Temperature high.
Yeah, so that will prevent this from freezing, I hope. Because I need to fill up the volume. So, water. Let's say 50, so it's 25 kPa. So I way above 25, I'm 40. But that's fine because I need more volume. Yeah, so I can go way higher here. And when the temperature starts to rise, of course, a storm gonna blow me away. Now I'm gonna need to turn that thing off. How am I gonna turn that thing off if I can't go up there? Oh, that's annoying timing. Why did I got knocked out of the edge? That's something that I don't know why. Okay, so this is keeping a good temperature. This is starting to raise, which means I think I'm done evaporating out the water. No, definitely not. I have what? 0.5 liters? That's barely anything. Oh, at least that will fill up my power. It's definitely going up. So I can't just leave here because then it's gonna heat up too much. Even though it's a very slow process. Okay, seems to be working. This is doing the job. This should be keeping... this is heating up though. Yeah, I'm moving a lot of heat onto this. So now I should start going down here. So let's go... 20. Just wanna see if it's still increasing liquids or if it's gonna start dropping. 0.8. 5.8. No, 158. Let's see, goes 159. 159. So seems we're condensating, which is a good thing, because if we're condensating, then we're making more water. But the problem is, as we condensate, we're gonna heat up. But now that we have like a more mass, it should be stable. Yes. So this... is dropping because of the radiators. Okay, that makes sense. What I'm not liking is the speed. It's so damn slow. Yeah, see like how much this oscillates, like scroll down and then up and down and up. That means I have too little. So I can add more nitrogen in here. That would help. So I can turn you off. Temperature is stable here, so I can bring this to 12. Well, I can leave this at 14. So 25 is what? They should have like a place where you just type the number and you get the value. So 13 point something at 12 and a half. I'm gonna leave it 13. So I need more mass in this guy, so it don't oscillate that much. So I have 40 moles. Let's go 80 moles, maybe 90 moles. Oh, 100. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I turn you off. And this give me 98. 99. Should be 100. 100 moles. Perfect. So you can be off.
Waste tank caution.
I need like a valve here and a valve here that I can turn on and off and then fuel both. So if I can fall safely here. Okay, this is cool. Turn this on. .67. Come on. Don't. .68, so it's going up. Yeah, this is way more stable now. So 17, 19, 18, 3, 6, 7, 8, 19, 13. Okay, so it's not swinging that much. This guy is keeping good. Yeah, the storm is actually helping because the radiators on the hot side are cooling more. I think that would be it, right? So I just leave this running now. And this should slowly bring out the water here. So temperature is rising and then it drops. So temperature is raising and then it drops. So it's raising because it's condensating the water. My only concern is actually the condensation be heating up the water too much because I don't have any cooling on the water itself.
Waste tank critical.
Another waste tank.
Temperature high.
I think that should be
Air tank low.
working as expected. Can't really see the pipe. Oh, I can. So that guy there is not powered. And that's one of my concerns. Yeah, because if you keep pushing water out, this is gonna keep evaporating, which will then make that cooling again. I'm gonna run out of oxygen.
Air tank critical.
Crap.
Oxygen low. Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
Oops. Close.
Power low.
I need to go back there because I left that thing on. Damn, daily with liquid is so annoying because it condensates and it heats up. If you leave cooling enable, it will cool down too much. So you need to have both heating and cooling, and then you have to keep controlling the pressure. Right, when you run out, what do? As you're getting low, this start to evaporating, which is gonna start cooling and cooling and cooling. So how do you prevent this from freezing? Yeah, it's so annoying. I have 137, so I guess I can cool down here 5%. So this should stop this taking water out. I should start gaining water again. Hello? $763 kilomoles. Definitely don't know how to do math. 1%. 1% of 100 is 1, right? Of 1,000 is 10. I have way more than 10 liters. I have 100 liters. Okay, so you decide to not run anymore. 5%. You are running. 4%. Instead of doing math, I'm gonna just do like this. Okay, so like I'm on the edge of the 5%. Yep. Okay, leave S4 for now. Temperature is stable, that's what matters. It's not heater or cooling. Well, it's only stable because I keep adding more, right? The moment that water here's went out, then it's not going to be stable anymore. But that I think I don't need to worry about. So babysitting liquids. It's a pain. The corners, oh, the corners look terrible. Yeah, I didn't thought about the corners. How is my cooling line? The cooling line is perfectly fine. Yeah, adding more definitely helped, so now everything is stable. And then I just wait. Is increasing pressure for some reason. It should, because it's moving from here to here, right? Yes. So there's a lot of things to be moved. I can just leave it running now and see. But I'm pretty sure this will be way too slow for me to actually say it's useful. Future, I might need to expand this somehow. For now, I think that will be this for the cooling. Right, so an AC connect to another AC line, right? And then you have this super cold as a cooling, which makes it super effective. It was super effective, now it's not. Temperature differential is 10%, really. The temperature differential was like 120%. Ah, because this was 400. Yeah, okay. Ah, it doesn't matter, it's working. That's fine. If it's draining too much power, I can always slap a chip here just to keep turning it on and off, just like I have there. And what I want to do is remove that super long pipe there that does not belong here. Oops, oh, I just delete a little bit of nitrogen, well, doesn't matter. And done. I guess I can take the time since I'm here just to finish this. I hope this is doesn't outbreak with flashing error, which is annoying as hell. Because I'm just replacing the pipe, I think it doesn't break. Yes. Okay, I think that will be it. Now is just checking and see if it's not going to blow up.
Hunger caution.
This is a safety, so if the back volume get to 95%, it's just vent it out. Which will probably destroy this thing here. I didn't use the dark green. Really? Why I have to forget stuff? Come on. Just need to finish. Now it's a matter of principle that can't be left with the same color. Especially since I fixed the roof. Did that break the AC? No. That's... What the heck did I just do? And that's much better. It's not the perfect color, like I don't love it, but at least it's clear that's a different thing. Okay, so I guess that will be it. So cooling under the water is... I want to say it's done. I don't like how slow this thing is. Feels like I'm gonna reach another planet before this goes over the amount of stuff I have here. For now I'm gonna be okay, because it's, as long as it's more than the water for the plants and for myself, that's fine. But it's definitely too damn slow. I always need to remember to do this until I connect the auction. And just replace the batteries, and then I should be able to just go to sleep. 3% on the tablet there. Ooh. Okay, perfect. So next one I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do something with the plants here, right? Or with the Amy, one of the two. So I don't know if we can, like, all this stuff here, like the grow light is in the way of the Larry moving into this, I think. I'm not sure. So let's see. Leave this for the next one. So for now I can safely go to sleep. So that will be it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.